Hi guys, Reynaldo here from Millennium Super Trade Education. Welcome to the trading technique of the week. Today we're going to look at trends and the powerful thing about the trends is that you can use them as either a support or resistance as well, and you can determine where you can hop out or hop back in terms of retracements or corrections. Okay, so there are a couple two things that you need to remember. There are two types of trends, an uptrend and a downtrend. First one is we're going to talk about downtrend. What is a downtrend? A downtrend is a series of lower lows and lower highs. And so if we're going to draw a trend line as well, we're going to connect the last high from the current previous low. So this is the current low, this is the previous high, and then after that we have a low. So we have now a series of lower lows and lower highs, where the high is lower compared to that previous high, and this high is lower compared to this previous high, and this high is lower compared to that previous high. We have that low corrected itself, continued, here's the low, and here's the low, and now here's the new low. Alright, so in order for us not to be confused, I'm going to put a couple of texts right there. Okay, low, click OK, put high on that one, low on this one, high on that one. I'll put high on that one. Here's the low. Here's the high. And now here's the low. Okay, and drawing the trends as well. To make it objective, I always draw from the last high, from the current low to the last high, and notice almost touch that, touch that, touch that. Okay, if I can also draw on this point in time, I can. Or this is more valid. We have a primary downtrend, we have a secondary downtrend right there, and you can see here the broken lines. I'll just leave that for now because there is now a gapping. So if you can just visualize itself, there's an empty space right here. Remember, the uncertainty of the future is something that we will never ever know, and through technical analysis we can just basically see the highest probability on where it's gonna go. Okay, let's go through and move forward. Great, so here we have a new lower low, we have an uncertainty bar right here, like a doji, a higher high, a higher low this time in terms of the bars. That means that there is something really going on. Okay, what it will do is it has the ability and probability to go to 135. Okay, let's go through and have a look. And notice in terms of price action, part of the uncertainty, the bulls won the battle and the war, continuing to push it all the way back up, which is also a level of supply from here and 135. Okay, now let's go through and what it did. Bang. Alright, so we have pretty much another doji right here. At one point in time there was a lot of buying pressure, went all the way to 135, which is the high of that 135.23. In the very last minute, sales pushed the price all the way back down below the downtrend. And so if this is really strong, then we create a new high or low where the high is lower compared to that previous high. Okay, let me add one right here too. And since it didn't want to go beyond that, it will continue to drop all the way down here to create a new low. Here's now with the exception. Okay, I'll put a line from the last low and notice there is also now a void within the symmetrical triangle right here. If you just visualize that, if it doesn't want to break to the downtrend, then it will break to the downside to create now new lower lows, similar to these levels right here. So you notice right there, didn't want to go beyond, came back down, created new lows. So it will also create and do that. Let's go through the next one. Beautiful clear breakout. Okay, let me put clear breakout within the downtrend. This now means that it will create a new higher high somewhere sometime in the future, which is now has a new trend. It's no longer be a downtrend. It's going to be now an uptrend, create a new higher high, higher low, higher high, and then to reach levels, new supply levels around this period. Okay, here's now the new supply, part of your resistance. Buyers push the price all the way up and there's a lot of momentum. Probably will stabilize itself. Bang. Here's a doji stabilization before continuation of the momentum to the upside. So it pushed it all the way back up. Here another stability, stabilization, pushed, touched now this area of supply and all the way to 139.41. But notice as well, based on this uptrend, now a definition of an uptrend is a series of higher highs and higher lows. That once a new high will be formed, a new low will also form. So went through beyond this supply level, they want to, we have a bearish engulfing. So the odds and probability for this to head back around this level is more than likely to create a new low. Okay, let's go and have a look. We have a doji, uncertainty, another uncertainty, higher high, higher low, didn't want to, and boom, created a new low, filled that empty space, and hence we have a new low. Here's the high, now here's the low. It has now fulfilled the definition of uptrend where we have a new high, higher low, new low. They will create a new higher high if it'll break through this last high right here, 139.05, which is also the equilibrium between the demand and supply, pretty much between 2 points. Okay, let's have a look and see. Nice rebound, so it's now push it all the way back up. Buyers are in control. Boom. Now we have a new high right here. So if this one will break all the way 139.41. It will do that, but if it doesn't want to, it will fill in the gap once again to fill in this broken line or that uptrend line right there. So let's have a look. Have a doji, uncertainty, another uncertainty, hence now with the low touching now the trend line used as a base of support. If this one will get broken, easy, it can come back down to 132 somewhere sometime in the future once again. But if this one will continue a rebound to go to the upside, then we're gonna see new levels of supply. It will break to 140.95, 141.40, even to as high as 142.80 somewhere sometime in the long run. Okay, so these are the major target points in terms of supply levels. We're in new supply. That will be the new level supply if this one gets broken. This will be a demand now, and there is another one there too. So now the low touched that uptrend, rebound, boom. This is where we are currently at, almost touching the new, broken through this level of supply right here. It's now about to touch this supply levels, 42.40, 42.80. that one gets broken back to the main supply level, 145.27, 145.54. But there's also a big gap now from the trend, from the high, so we are currently reaching new highs. There's going to be some form of stabilization within here, probably even a correction. So with such a big momentum, either pretty much two ways. It will stabilize and we'll just go in the sideways movement until it will fulfill within this trend once again, or it will drop and head back down to around that 141, 141.40 somewhere sometime in the next few days, so by next week. That's if it would do that, but with the terms of price action just way too strong. But at least we can now see that here's the new imaginary trend where it's gonna go to. Can make another 100 pips, 150 pips to the downside before it'll continue to go further up. Excellent. Well, this is the trading tip for today, talking about trends. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to email us at contact@estetrader.com for any of your needs or assistance. If you need coaching, mentoring, trading systems, self-management, we're here for you. Take care until next time. Happy trading.